Alright, I'm sorry. It's been like a month since I've uploaded, but I have a reason for it. I moved. I'm not sure if you noticed, but a new Mario game came out recently, and I like those, so I'm going to talk about it. You can't see this, but I put new in quotation marks in my script, because the game isn't really new, only half of it is, but it's new to everyone except the 2 people who had a Wii U. My friend James being one of them. But because this game just so happens to be 7 years old, I'm going to quickly run through it and some of the changes that were made to it before getting into the new stuff. However, if you're a tiny little bitch man, you can skip to the time on screen now to just jump into the new stuff. Now that they're gone, we could talk about the boring part. I say boring, but 3D World is genuinely a really good game. I mean, the level designs are good, the art is good, the characters are good, the power-ups are good, the music's good, and you could play as Luigi! Now, since this is a port, all that is kept, but they did make some changes. Firstly, they made all the characters much faster, which I didn't think would be too big a change, but damn. Damn. Another thing they added was online play, which I've heard mixed things about because, well, it's Nintendo Online, but I haven't had the chance to try it because my only other friend that has the game lives across the country, and both of our Wi-Fi connections suck donkey dick. They also added the dive from Mario 64, which is cool I guess, but did I ever use it? Haha, no! In the levels where I usually would have to use the Wii U gamepad, you get to use this cool new cursor function. It kinda looks like the one in Galaxy, except way worse and I hate it. Since it uses gyro and not IR, it feels really slow and clunky, and it makes me happy that it's not used in most of the game. My only other problems is that the camera in some levels really remind you that this is based off a handheld game, and also Luigi doesn't say fuck, like come on Nintendo, you wasted a perfectly good opportunity. I don't have to make a change.org petition, but I will. Are you guys proud of me? I made it this far without making a single furry joke. Now that that's over with, let's get to the new stuff before I have a brain aneurysm. More like Bowser's a furry, am I right? Oh no! Anyway, being the only real new part of this game, it had to justify me spending $80 on a Wii U port, and thankfully, it did! It's kinda like the Odyssey DLC everyone asked for, except it doesn't play like Odyssey at all, but I mean, okay, well, that's not to say it plays bad, because it plays like 3D World, and the 3D World plays well, so because when you think, you take what you can get, really. Bowser's Fury is a huge open playground type level, and while huge open playground type levels aren't something new for 3D Mario, one of this size is. It's split up into a bunch of smaller areas, but instead of there being loading screens between them, there's a huge lake. And to traverse that huge lake, you use the Loch Ness Monster of Scottish folklore. That's right, your main mode of transport in this game is the bigger, longer, wetter Yoshi, and it controls great. The challenges you do with them in the water are just as fun as the ones you do with Mario on land, and it really feels like an extension of your character instead of a burden, which is a really good thing, because it could have been disastrous. Speaking of extensions of Mario, Bowser Jr. helps you this time around. He flies around and kills enemies, or grabs your power-ups. At the start, you get to pick how much he helps you, or you can get a second player to jump in and control him. Now, I am realizing that I haven't even began to talk about what you're even supposed to be doing, or why you're even supposed to be doing it, and, well, to put it simply, Bowser is pissed. I forget why, but Bowser is fucking pissed, and you, as Mario, have to help Bowser Jr. turn his dad back to normal by collecting cat shines in a cat suit, stopping on cat enemies, in cat-themed levels, in Lake Lapcat. There are a lot of cats in this game mode, and I'm getting kinda sick of them. The shines act in a very similar way to Odyssey's moons. You collect them after doing a short challenge, and you don't get booted out of the level after you do so, and it even uses the same animation, which I find pretty cool. Now, I'm kinda stupid, so it took me a while to get some of these shines, but you only need to get like half of them to beat the mode, and you bet your ass I did the bare minimum. Not because the game is bad or anything, obviously it's very good, it's just, if I delayed this video anymore, I would implode, and also, YouTube's algorithm would probably fuck me harder than it already has. Anyway, the level design is great. Now, this isn't surprising because this is a Mario game, and they've had practice. A lot of the formulas for the shines are very similar to what they've done in the past, be it collecting shards, do platforming challenge but under a time limit, and kill. Now, every so often, Bowser will not so politely remind you that he is in fact very pissed by playing sick rock music and turning the sky all gray. He'll also shoot a mouth laser at you like Godzilla. The only way to defeat him other than waiting for him to get bored is to use the new big cat power-up that turns Mario into a big cat that's definitely an original character. I really like these fights, and I really wish they went on longer. They last for about a minute, and after you're done, the big cat power-up says, I'm going to sleep. And then you have to get more shines to wake it up again. This formula where Bowser will come down and fuck your shit up every so often works incredibly well and creates some of the most cool, intense moments I've ever had playing a Mario game. It's honestly my favorite part of the mode. Quick spoiler warning for the final boss: if you don't want to know who it could possibly be in a game mode called Bowser's Fury about Fury Bowser, I'd skip ahead of it. It's Bowser. The final boss starts as a normal Gigabell fight until you knock him on his ass, and then he goes back to normal. Except no, he doesn't. He's still big and looks like he smokes crack. This fight is honestly really cool, riding on Plessy's back and dodging boulders in his Godzilla breath. But after you hit him a couple times, he turns back to normal, and then immediately starts trying to kill you. But luckily, Bowser Jr. is there, and he stops him, before turning back to cuss you out like the little ungrateful bastard man he is. I really enjoyed this mode. I think it was definitely worth buying a Wii U port for. However, I should probably go explain to the authorities where my cat went. Bye, I guess.